About two-thirds of the way through 2021, the FAA says that fines levied against unruly passengers this year have topped $1 million. Phil LeBeau joins us with more now. Phil, we'll talk at the end because we had an interesting discussion earlier this week. I mean, if you don't use duct tape, which sounds crazy to even consider using it, but if you don't use that, what do you do when you're up in the air? And if you got someone that you definitely can't restrain, what do you use? We'll talk about that at the end.
Great point. Great point. I think, we'll talk about that at the end. Let's talk about the fines because the fines have hit a record high for 2021. Now, these are fines that the FAA has levied against passengers, unruly passengers, after they have acted up and they've done an investigation into what's happened. We've seen images like this repeatedly over the last year. The total fines now topping $1 million. Yesterday, they announced a new set of fines that put them over $1 million. The new fines, the top penalty was $45,000. It included somebody who was on the ground, being restrained on the ground, and then tried to put their head up the skirt of the flight attendant. I mean, it's just wacky stories like this that are being reported by the airlines and the FAA relaying them as they find these passengers. 34 incidents in this latest group of more than $500,000 in total fines. 22 of those incidents were because people refused to wear face masks. Remember, the TSA earlier this week extended the face mask requirement for airplanes and airports all the way through January 18th. As you take a look at the airline stocks, the major airlines we're showing you here, passenger levels for August, they've plateaued. We're down 22% compared to the same month in 2019. It was down 21% in July, and most believe this is probably the level we're going to stay at, guys, at least through the fall. Let's see what happens as we move closer to the holidays.
What's your solution? It seems drastic, the idea of duct taping someone into a seat. Duct taping their head. But after what they've done, if they're running crazily through the cabin and just going to hurt themselves, hurt other people, I think drastic measures are called for. So I don't know how you just arbitrarily just rule out something.
Look, Joe,
you got any idea?
I think. No, I don't. And I think the flight attendants and the flight crews are trying to handle it the best way possible. You've also got passengers who want to step in and get involved to assist the flight crews. We've seen that more than once. Look, you can sit there and say, here are the rules for handling an unruly passenger. But as that passenger becomes more unruly, as there become physical altercations, and if you look at the list of fines, there are several where there are physical altercations, you've got to do something.
Duct tape seems, I mentioned those scary BTK killer tie things that you can never get out of. If you got those behind you, you're going to have those on the rest of your life, right? So I don't know what you do, but I don't know. You can't gently try to do something. You can't. You're going to end up.
And look, Joe, we should point out, all of the airlines put the flight crews through training where they try to encourage people. Please wear your face mask. Please do this. Please do that. When you get to the point where you have to be restrained, that's out the window for the large part. I mean, and I think that's what the flight crews are frustrated with.
Exactly. All right, Phil. Thank you.